Blog Talk Radio.
Steffi, I mean, it's not like I meant to shoot him. It was you I was going to shoot.
I love you daytime. It's all right.
Welcome to Take Two Radio. We are pleased to bring you interviews with people in the entertainment and music industry, discussions and recaps of the 4 remaining daytime soaps. That's The Bold and the Beautiful, The Young and the Restless, General Hospital, and Days of Our Lives, as well as various other shows. For upcoming and previous shows, check take2radio.com. That's with the number 2. And you can find us on Blog Talk Radio, iHeartRadio, iTunes, and other streaming apps. Follow us on social media at Take Two Radio, and thanks for listening.
Hey, this is David from Take Two Radio Soaps and Review, and with me tonight we are I'm hoping Pam joins us eventually, and Carolyn is out on a family matter, and I'm waiting for Will, but I do have my gal Candice.
What up?
And my other, I can't top that. I'm sorry. And my friend Anthony, who I treasure so much, who I treasure all my cast so much here.
Yo, mama.
Today's a special night.
if Candice can give us a word up, I can give us a yo mama.
Like, what up?
Oh, my God.
Well, hopefully Will and Pam join us at some point, but if anybody has any breaking news they want to share, let me know, because I have something big.
I mean, I do. I have breaking news. This is breaking news. This is like an exclusive. It shouldn't be an exclusive, but it's an exclusive. That the Indie Series Award winning for Best Ensemble, Forever and a Day, does return on Monday, as we all know. But we also know that from the summer promo, Eileen Christian is coming to the show. There may be some more casting news coming, and some of y'all are going to be really mad at me, and I apologize right now. Thank you. And don't worry.
Okay.
Oh, don't worry. And Anthony will be on Forever and a Day. I ain't going to tell him when.
Don't tell him when. Don't tell him when.
All right.
Welcome, Will.
Well, I am.
Hi.
Very
Hi, everybody.
excited.
I missed everyone.
Hey, well, I am very excited for my casting call whenever that comes. And Candice, you know I am chomping at the bit. All right. So I have been hinting this for the last 3 shows, and the announcement will be made either tomorrow or on Monday, but I have been given permission as a rumor to actually throw a name to the pairing for Beyond Salem. But before I do that, I want to ask my co-hosts if any of them have a guess.
Let me think a minute here.
Cheers.
I have one. I have a guess.
Go ahead, David.
But I do have I'm going to guess Sarah Brown.
That's a good guess. All right. Willy, do you have a guess?
I'm actually speechless on this one. I'm not sure who it's going to be.
All right. Candice?
Okay, so you said like the next couple or another single?
They're going to be playing different characters, but basically a flashback to, a super or almost super couple.
Okay.
And, of course, we already know about Bo and Hope, so I've been dropping the last 3. Yeah, go ahead, girl.
Right. So for some strange reason, I'm feeling that Bree Williamson is coming somewhere. I don't know where I'm getting this vibe from, but I feel as though Bree Williamson. As far as the other person, like the pairing and whatnot, you know, for some reason, I'm feeling Jacob Young. I don't know what it is, but I feel Jacob Young. I don't know.
Okay, it's really weird that you said Bree Williamson because I don't know why either, but I have a huge vibe that she's going to pop up. But no,
right.
It is. So I'm going to give a couple of clues because I think this is well worth drawing out the suspense a little bit. And whoever gets it first, just jump in as I'm giving out my clues. So I've already given out clue one by saying she. It is a female.
Alicia Minshew.
Oh, that's a good guess. And think about that guess for a moment, even though it isn't her. It is going to be a character that will be paired with Steve Burton. So that's clue number.
Alicia Lee
There
Willis.
you go, girl. I can officially announce that Alicia Lee Willis will be joining the cast of Beyond Salem Season 2 or Part 2 or whatever they're calling it.
Yeah, okay. I was waiting for it to come on days somehow. I was waiting for it to be on days sooner or later.
Somehow. Excellent.
Well,
Any
that's
other
a
news
little
there?
lackluster. I think that's going to be a great we saw her a couple of months ago. You know, when Max Gale, when
when Max Gale
was leaving. Yeah. So
right.
I think that's going to be a great little, and you never know. Maybe look at Freddie Smith's replacement. God, what is his name?
Zach Taker.
Zach
Tinker. Thank you. Yeah, he impressed the fan base so much that they've written them back into the canvas. So maybe Miss Alicia can splash enough to get herself a permanent role in Salem.
That would be interesting
nice,
because, I mean, it would be interesting because we know that she's also on the Bay as well. Shout out to Giorgio J. Martin, by the way. Hey, what's up?
Heck yeah.
Because she's if y'all haven't seen her on the Bay, you guys need to check her out. It's going to be interesting because for those who don't know, like Dave's fans, obviously Steve Burton and Alicia played Courtney and Jason, aka Journey, which was the lukewarm version of Sonny and Carly. I said what I said, okay? I ain't taking it back either. But it's going to be interesting. I do want to see where they go with that.
Yeah.
And there's another couple that hasn't been announced yet. And I'm sorry, I don't know who it is yet, but this is my show. So, these are my peeps, I should say. This is all of our show. But y'all are my peeps. When I know, you'll know first. But
right.
There's another major couple from Soap Past that will be on Beyond Salem in other roles.
Oh, good.
I'm kind of hoping from something like Another World or Santa Barbara.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping for something way back, like shock the heck out of us and throw us something really good. Even like Dorian and, I don't know if Herb is still alive, but Dorian and Herb, or Dorian and John Sykes, or, well, Dorian already did a Salem appearance as my brain, Vivian. But, I hope they go back. I hope they pull something really fun for us out of the vault. But anyway, that's my big announcement.
Yeah, I'm just sticking with obviously Ron, came from One Life to Live and, did General Hospital. So I'm kind of that's why I'm kind of like looking in that era. That's why I said Bree Williamson. I mean, even though Alicia was on All My Children, still, they're ABC ties,
Right.
This is going to be interesting. I do want to see what they're going to do.
Another soap couple.
I mean, I would not mind if, and I'll just say it, since Steve is going to be playing his original character, from when he, was playing that 3-month arc on Days of Our Lives that started it all. I would love it if we can have Eve back.
Oh God, yes. Yes.
Just for that. Just for Beyond Salem.
Just for Beyond Salem. Absolutely. And now let me
the original.
That's what I was just going to say.
Charlotte Ross.
Charlotte Ross. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We're all three. Yeah. We're all three on board with that.
I mean, nothing against Cassie DePaiva. Let me clarify this. Nothing against Cassie DePaiva. But if you're going to do, if you're going to have Steve Burton come back and everything, obviously Charlotte Ross was the Eve in his storyline. He was the one who found out about what Eve was doing. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So it would be a nice nod to the Days fans who knows that history and whatnot, depending on what the circumstances are with Beyond Salem. And, kind of address some things, not give everything, because, look, it's 5 episodes, y'all. We got some other things to talk about on the show.
Yeah,
if you're going to cross over to the mothership, then we need some explaining to do. We got some stuff that we need to address. But I don't, we take it one day at a time.
I have a quick question to my historian, Candice. When did we last see Frankie, and what do we know of Frankie, the character, right now?
Okay, so Frankie was played by Billy Warlock. The last time we saw Frankie, good grief, because it was him and Max. It's been a hot minute. I would say 2006? Yeah, it was around 2006. Yeah, it was around Thanksgiving. It was a fall day in Salem. It was Thanksgiving.
That's when he popped in for 3 episodes, right?
No, that's when. Okay, because he came. Okay, so he came back for obviously he was in the 80s. He was there for 2 years and stuff like that, and then he came back during the 90s and stayed for only 1 year, and then the last kind of story arc, he was only there for a year. Yeah,
I'd love to see Frankie come back too. And toss
because Eve always liked Frankie.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I would love to be honest, I would love for Frankie to come over to the mothership of Days.
Heck
Y'all know I'm calling the mothership. Because I feel as though there's more to play with Frankie instead. Because the last thing I remember was he became a lawyer. We need more lawyers in Salem. No offense, Justice, but, I've been saying this for a long time. Salem needs another therapist and some more doctors. And new lawyers and cops. So, just saying.
Please, and a voodoo woman shaman.
There you go.
Big ups, Mama Didi. Big ups, Mama Didi.
Yep. Wait a minute. Hold on. I feel your connection. Okay, thank you. All right. Yes.
Okay, and so most of the listeners know.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, and see, it makes sense if, if you're going to have Eve on Beyond Salem, you can actually work it where Frankie and Eve kind of reconnected, but then she comes to, I'm just throwing the storyline out. I don't know if it's going to happen, but she comes to town, and let's just say her and Harrison, that's Steve Burton's character, for those who don't know, that they got together. Yes, that they got together. Oh, yes. I see it. Yes, I see it. Yes.
Yeah.
That they've been having a secret affair.
Come on, Ron. We know you can. We know you can really wow us again.
Yeah.
Ron, this is your show. I'm going to say it. I'll pull the Band-Aid off. Ron, we know Beyond Salem is your baby. We know that you're in control of that show and writing it. Thank you.
Ron, feel free.
Well, I did hear something.
Let me give you an email address, Ron. It's very easy to remember. rboyee@gmail.com. I will hook you up with Candice, and we can give you all of our ideas at a very, very minimal cost. Please
Ron,
feel free to contact us.
We follow each other on IG. People may say I say some stuff, but I see you. I feel you. Okay. sorry.
All right, switching soaps for a minute. I have a question about General Hospital. Actually, I have a question and a comment. My question is, who was playing the medium? I feel like I know her from somewhere, but I couldn't get it.
Yes.
I couldn't get it to click in my brain.
Oh, Chelsea, you mean?
Yeah, Chelsea.
Oh, I had her name too, but I do remember she was on before. This is her second visit.
Because they said they reminded us of that thing with Laura, and I was like, was that her? But I feel like I know her from somewhere.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm
it's the
sorry.
same one, but I can't place her name.
I don't know who she is.
Yeah,
she's a cute little actress and all
Jen
that.
Ray.
But it's Jen Ray.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
She was there when I think what it was, because I remember the first storyline. I think it was when Ava had was trying to get to Kiki, was trying to connect with Kiki.
Yeah,
right.
And there was like 4 different scenes with her.
Yeah, and then that's when
she connected with Laura, she connected with Ava. Yeah, I remember that. Okay.
But then Laura. She said that Kiki had a message directly to Franco.
Oh my God, that's right. That's right. Oh yeah. Okay, this is going to turn into something. All right, but let me ask my 3 folks here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wasn't a part of you hoping she was going to open that door and see Madame Delphine?
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
I really wanted that door to open up, and because you all knew the secret appointment with Terry, the conversation with Lucy. We all knew there was going to be a seance or another Ouija board session or something going on. I wanted that door to open up and to see the pantsuit with the 2 top buttons unbuttoned, the slick back hair. I wanted Madame Delphine so bad.
I can't.
While you're on the topic real quick of GH, I just wanted to drop an exclusive, and this is confirmed. Josh Kelly is joining the cast of General Hospital.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep, we heard about that yesterday. Here's the thing.
Okay. It better not be Jason Morgan.
Okay.
It better not be Jason Morgan 4.0. 4.0.
It's a rumor.
No.
It's a rumor. I don't think it is, but that's the rumor going around. Fans are casting them.
To believe that.
Well,
I know. I've seen it, and the whole teaser that they threw out, it's going to affect
right.
Come
Dante,
on. Go ahead, Candice.
Sam.
Well, here's the thing. I was going to say this is one of those things where, if you are a detective of soaps, a soap detective, you did read between those clues because they did say Sam, Dante, and Britt. The only person that kind of would fit in that mold is a Jason. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to be real with you guys. If it was about Jason, yes, they would have said they would affect the lives of Carly, Sonny, Sam, Dante, da-da-da-da-da. But I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to throw you off the set. Me personally, because it's General Hospital, 45% of me is like they are not going to try to make the mistake again with Jason. No offense to Billy Miller, but we all went through the fandom, where everybody's saying Billy Miller versus Jason. Da, 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 da. Okay, I'm going to be honest. I think it's either somebody's brother, or it's going to be me personally. I think it's going to be a new character. I'm not getting my hopes up.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
Because even though I thought, even though Candice said like 2 years ago, actually on this show, that if I could pick a Lucky Spencer recast, I would have picked Josh Kelly. So General Hospital, I have a bone to pick with you. See, they opened the door. Yes, I'm glad Josh Kelly is back. Yes, I know people are like, another One Life to Live on General Hospital. Okay, here's the thing. Josh can act. He also was one of my he was one of my choices, not only for Lucky Spencer, but before they even brought back Chance Chancellor on Young and the Restless, I had him tagged too.
Me too.
The thing
Me
is,
too.
General Hospital, first and foremost, I want my money. Because I think I gave y'all that idea. I'm joking. I know that. But no, please, I'm going to be honest. Please do right, because sadly, I love Cameron Mansson, and I think his presence in General Hospital is really good. But I'm going to be honest, y'all haven't done anything to really wow me. I just hope that you're not bringing on somebody else to just be there, because in all honesty, the cast is bloated as it is. But like I said, Josh is a good actor. I do hope people give him a chance. I do hope he is playing a character that we can, get excited about, that will cause some trouble for Sam and Dante, because Lord knows they need it. For Britt, trying to find love. I'm just hoping for a really good character. If he's Jason, woo, child.
I don't know.
So.
Not sure
how
I feel about Jason.
So I have a question and a comment on that. I hope he's a brand new character. That was the comment I was going to make, but I hope he's a brand new character. My question is, why would they keep flashing back to these various scenes of Jason and the whole Monica thing being drawn out to when are they actually going to have a service, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, if they weren't planning on having a Jason walk in at some point and blow it all sky high? Now, my question is, what happened with, what's his name? From One Night to Live.
Cameron?
Todd 2.0. No.
Travis St. John?
Travis St. John, thank you. What happened with that? He was casted, we all got excited, and then we never heard another thing.
Yeah, but
anything.
I keep hearing a lot of those castings that is going on, that we'll be seeing them pop up sometime in the fall. So we'll have to wait and see on that.
Well, we heard about Trevor before Christmas. We in May sweeps. What the heck? But go on.
I'm gonna be honest. I think General Hospital just dropped the ball and didn't, because when we talk about General Hospital, I have a lot to say about how, to me, they've dropped the ball on several times. Several times they've dropped the ball, and I think with casting, sadly, some things came up that, things happen. And they was not prepared for it. And just like now, they're still not prepared for some things. So I think the Trevor St. John thing, that sadly was going to happen, but I think now they're not going to do it.
Do you think that was because of COVID?
No, I think it was. I think it was a producer and writer's choice.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And I gotta be honest, I would have enjoyed at least giving him a shot as Jason. There's not, there's maybe 3 actors across the board that I would say, okay, they at least deserve a shot to take this character. And Trevor was one of them. Josh,
he's a great actor. He's a great actor.
I love Josh, but I don't think he will. I think he's an amazing actor, but I don't think he has enough to win the fans over to be Jason.
Yeah, you gotta have that. You know what I'm talking about. You gotta have that if you're gonna be playing the role.
I mean,
Jason
he has
Morgan.
to. See, here's the thing. He has to. Okay, for all of us who watched him on One Life to Live, both on ABC and on the online network as Cutter, we know he can balance playing a sneaky, sneeze like a snake, but he also can charm the mess out of you. The problem is that, and this, I'm going to use Justin Hartley for this, okay? Folks, work with me, okay?
Yeah.
I'm right there with you, Candice.
He's cute and whatnot, but if given the right material, because, look, he wowed everybody. He proved so many people wrong when he was on Young and the Restless, Justin Hartley did, that it wasn't funny because, of course, we've seen one side of his acting. Obviously, Passions, all he had to do was be shirtless and cute and say some lines and being all lovey-dovey. Obviously, if you're a Smallville fan, by the way, shout out to all my CW fans tonight. I'm with you with mourning, okay? I am so sorry. Some of y'all shows got bloodbath, okay? I'm just saying that's what happens when a merge happens. But anyway, getting back to the story here. But, when he came to Young and the Restless, everybody was like, oh, he can't do it because he's da-da-da-da-da-da. He wowed everybody on Young and the Restless.
He did. He outfoxed everybody who said he couldn't be anything more than Fox.
Right.
Yes, he did.
Right. And the thing is that the same thing with Josh Kelly. That's why I am hoping that General Hospital gives him that material to kind of shut people down. If it's Jason Morgan, and I'm just going to be honest, if it's Jason Morgan, if Josh Kelly is going to be Jason Morgan, here's the thing. General Hospital already knows that, you know, they tried to do it with Billy Miller. And not saying that Billy Miller is not a good actor, because he is. It's just, first and foremost, the fans weren't feeling it, because when you have somebody in a role for so long, it's hard to
get used to
see somebody else into it. Right. And not only that, but it was a different dynamic with certain actors for him to play Jason. Hence why they crafted this whole story about Drew. Because, you know, and that's the thing with Josh, is that, okay, is he going to be able to do the Stone Cold? Like, the persona of Stone Cold is not to even have a persona, period. I mean, yeah, you can cry, you can laugh, you can have a moment. But is it going to be like the dialogue? Is it going to connect with us, the fans? And that's the number one thing. Sometimes with recast, as we all know, sometimes it works, it clicks, sometimes it doesn't. And they have to go a different route if it doesn't. You can't force it, because if you force it, guess who's going to know? The first people to notice a force? Us soap fans.
That's why I could go with Trevor St. John. If he was to be the Jason Morgan replacement, I could see him be more of Jason than Josh.
But you know what I'm going to say is this? If Trevor St. John was, first and foremost, okay, this is Candice's rant for the night. One of them. If I was Trevor St. John, right, I would actually have a problem. I mean, a paycheck is a paycheck. Don't get it twisted. But isn't that kind of typecasting? Think about what I'm about to say. Trevor St. John, great actor. But on One Life to Live, he was supposed to be Todd. Well, guess what happened? He was Todd 2.0 because he wasn't Todd. Remember the real Todd storyline? I remember it, don't you? If you're going to come on and be Jason, I'm sorry. Like, to me, so y'all can't give me Lucky Spencer. Y'all can't get me somebody. Like, y'all really putting me on the spot with Jason Morgan, where every fan is going to be like, okay, so when we going to see Trevor St. John and Roger Howard in the scene? When we going to see such and such in the scene? Like, he ain't, that is not, no, Jason Morgan. Y'all know darn well that ain't Jason Morgan. This is seriously what Soap Twitter will be talking about.
So I want to give a piece of advice to General Hospital. You know, some shows are really good at introducing new characters. Some shows are kind of mediocre. General Hospital, you have this habit of throwing a new character in and throwing it in some way that throws it across, 3 or 4 different storylines to test chemistry, which is not a bad thing. But you give us like a taste, and then you pull back, and they have no true, Esme, exception to the rule. Y'all brought her in. Y'all showed us exactly who she was going to be from, like, the 3rd episode in. And it's been building and building and building. But for the most part, you throw these new characters in, you test chemistry, and then you let them languish. And by the time you give them something interesting to play, a.k.a. Kim Nero, who had already been on the soap as Carly, by the time you give them something interesting, we're no longer interested in the character. So please, General Hospital, Drew, exactly. Please, General Hospital, be aware that when you're tapping this talent, we're expecting out of the gate drama. We're expecting out of the gate, for us to want to see them on the screen. I thought it was real cute that they used Cameron Matheson's real life for that cute little diversion. I thought it was real cute that they're potentially teasing a Britt Spinelli, Drew triangle, but they're pushing him all over the place, and they're not really giving him anything actual to play.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, and you've got
too.
Cameron. He's a good actor. Is he a Trevor St. John? No.
Maybe.
No, he's not. You know, he's not a Maurice Bernard. I'm sorry. He is kind of a typecast kind of an actor, but he's a good actor. When you put him in his lane, he's good at what he does. Figure out a way to put a rift between the character of Drew and Carly, get them out of each other's orbit. It's a snooze fest.
Yeah.
It's ugly. None of us like it. You know, he is not Jason 2.0. He just said it yesterday on screen. Like, put something between them, get them apart from each other, and test him. Either throw him straight on with Kelly Thiebaud or you know, a.k.a. Britt, or throw him with someone else. And give him a true beat storyline, not the one that pops in, I'm going to help with Victor, and I'm going to help with Aurora. He's the ultimate sidebar character right now. You made this mistake once before. Give him a real story before he becomes irrelevant. That point right now where he's about to be irrelevant. Give him something juicy to play. It's time.
I'm going to tell you where he's at. Go ahead, Will.
Go ahead. I was just going to say, the problem, like you're saying, just keep him away from Carly and let him have his own storylines. Like, there's so many people right there that he can connect with. There's Portia. There's Jordan. He's got chemistry with these people.
Like,
I mean, it's there, but they're not utilizing it.
Okay. The reason that they're doing, like I said before, because of unfortunate circumstances.
Right.
They were
thrown into a loop. Yes.
Well, yeah, they were, but at the same time, like with Drew, you brought this character back. Okay, I'm pretty sure they had a story. I want General Hospital. Don't make me look like a bad liar. That they had a story set up for him. Okay, because remember, he wasn't coming back for no Sam. He was coming back for his daughter. That's what kept him going, was his daughter. He started to rebuild his friendship with Monica. The Carly thing, because, see, y'all think we forgot how Carly and Sonny drop kicked Drew when they found out Jason was Jason.
I didn't.
They was like,
sing it.
They was like, yo, you're not who we thought you were. Okay, you know what? Have a nice life. God bless. Okay.
And thank you so much for when you pretended to be Jason. We won't forget it. But, you know, don't show us without calling first.
And everything. Right. And the thing is that, okay, Drew and Carly can cross paths. I'm not saying that they don't have to be like in each other's orbits, because they do. They share Jason and stuff. They actually were friends. They were kind of cool. But you don't. And this is the thing. When I said about forcing us fans, you're forcing Carly and Drew because you don't have a Jason. Let's be clear on that. You don't have a Jason, so you have Drew being the Jason 2.0. Having Drew saying count to 10 and clear your mind, just like Jason said. Or, you know, being on the bridge, which is, by the way, Robin and Stone's bridge. Thank you very much, America.
That's a joke. Yep. It's turned into a joke.
Well, technically it's the rebuilt bridge, if we remember.
Well, Skill.
That's true. No, but go ahead.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, though. It's like, you know, you're talking about... Right, you're talking about like Drew becoming relevant. I have another person that's about to become irrelevant if they don't do something with this character, and I'm talking about freaking Austin.
Lord have mercy. Okay, I'm jumping right on that bandwagon, and it exactly illustrates my point. They brought him in. He delivered Max's baby. Boom. Okay, there might have been a little chemistry there, and I'm sorry I hung on to it for a little too long. I'm joining the rest of you folks. I don't feel it with Austin and Max.
I'm not even going there. No, Anthony, I'm sorry. I'm not
even.
Wait.
Let me finish my point though.
Go ahead.
They tested him with Britt. They tested him with Brooklyn. They tested him with Olivia. They threw him all across. They played on the relationship between Franco and Obrecht, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They gave him the hot button we're gonna have an ELQ battle showdown, and then they dropped him to nothing. And it's
like
Roger. It's Roger. He came and gave you Todd. I'm sorry, but he must have said at least once in the very early stages of Todd that Roger can no longer be Todd. He must have said, "What, Franco? We don't look anything alike. You done wrapped up that storyline. He's what?" But he gave it everything. He gave it everything, and he made that character somebody that by the time he was dead, 80% of the General Hospital audience mourned for him, which is that's unbelievable with a character like Franco. So then you put him as Austin, and you give him nothing to play with, nothing. What are you doing?
You just brought up the thing that I wanted to talk about. You had this character who was tied to the canvas. General Hospital, we need to talk about that sometime. You need to stop doing that because it's starting to get it's too much. Okay, you had him connected to the Quartermains. God, Soap Jesus, please hear what I'm about to say. The Quartermains needs to be up front and center. And thanks to Brooklyn, okay, she kind of did that. The thing was about the ELQ stocks. To me, that was going to be messy as I don't know what, especially an outsider. Yes. They could have found out about Tracy, about what she did with the will. We also got to think about, okay, you also had Drew. That would have been the bomb if Austin and convinced Drew to be on his side, and they would go after Michael. There's times when you just watch the show and
Michael and Ned versus Drew and
Austin.
Oh my God!
And you also got to remember Valentine in this because when he found out about Brooke, Okay, can we change the subject now to the daytime episode or something? Because I'm really getting irritated with General Hospital.
I did.
All right, let's do a couple more things with General Hospital real quick.
I've got a quick little teaser for you. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, first and foremost, I have an absolute new love in my life, and I am smitten, and I am a far looking, not stalking, just watching. I love Violet. She is so freaking adorable. Oh, my God.
Oh, Violet?
Love Violet. I love
Violet.
her. I love her. I love her.
Did you see the video? Real quick, did you see the video of when she saw herself in the opening credits?
Yes.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
I was like tearing up in my head.
I was like, look, there's so much going on in the world, but when you saw that clip, that was no more than 2 minutes. I was so happy for her. I got excited for her. She's like,
I had tears in my eyes from joy. Yes, I am so in love with her. We need to try to get her and her mom on here. Just for a half hour, just for a couple of quick questions.
Yeah,
we need to try to get her and her mom on here.
She has to go to school and stuff. I was just so happy. Like I said, the scene, because I don't think a lot of people understand this. When you are a first-time actor or actress and you see yourself in the main opening credits, that's huge. The fact that she was right after. Like her. Right. Let me see, who was she after? Wait a minute. She was after Jeannie Francis and right before Rebecca Herbst. By the way, happy birthday, Rebecca. Girl, that is. Go ahead, girl.
All right, Willy, what's your casting or sneak news?
Oh, I was just going to throw it out for the Y&R fans to get ready because Summer Newman Abbott returns next week.
Yup. I saw that picture, and I was like, dang. I was like, wait, is that Hunter? I said, wait, is that Hunter? Because that girl looks like Hunter.
I know.
I love how she resembles Michelle Stafford, too. She's got, this look. And I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. Don't get me wrong, I adore Hunter, but I'm looking forward to this actress taking the role onto her own, and just see what she can do with it. I'm looking forward to it.
Her last name intrigues me.
Did you see her Instagram post the other day?
Yes.
Girl, she throws shade. She's got all the faces. That's all I got to say.
That's why I said, like, I was like, okay, either she studied Hunter, and I mean, we you know, everybody doesn't have to do that, but to kind of get the feel of the character. But when I saw the promo picture for her, I literally had to stop and do a double take. I was like, she does resemble Hunter, but to your point, well, she does look more Michelle than Josh. Like, I feel as though, like, Hunter kind of gave me Melanie Thomas Scott, but with her, I can see Michelle Stafford. So good job casting with that.
Yes.
Nice
now
job.
let's go.
I like that. They're going a whole different direction. This is good.
Yeah. Now, what I'm about to say is, Young and the Restless, you know what your assignment is. You know what your assignment is, because we're about to ride up on September real fast. It's going to be September before you know it.
Yep.
The reason I say that is because starting in September is the season premiere of The Young and the Restless, which kick off 50 years. So, you better work. Yes, I did say that. Yes, I did. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to make a prediction. I think we are going to see some turmoil and some life happenings that it's not either character's fault, but some life happenings that Summer and Kyle, blah, 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 and come September, guess who's going to roll right back into town?
Lola. Her name was Lola.
There we go.
She was a cook in Miami,
she didn't
Florida,
want a rich
where
pocketbook. She wanted to make her own way in the world.
And she was a super girl. Her name was Lola. She was a cook, and she's cooking up some heat in the GC, because it's not about the purse. Don't forget that. She's good. Oh, yeah, you said I didn't have that whole song prepared?
It's like our brains are psychically linked.
I mean, like I said, like, look, literally on Spaces, for those who, like, you know, I had a whole idea about how they can insert David Kimball's son into all of this. Oh, yes, David Kimball has a son. Oh, yes, in my head, yes, he does. And how? Get out of my head, Ashley. Don't try to come into it. It's really dark. Let's just say, if Young and the Restless does this, I want my money. It's a nod to the history of the show, including the masquerade ball.
Let me ask you this: if we're on the same wavelength, would those two characters kind of appear together, so to speak?
Sort of, kind of.
Okay, we're on the same page. Yes. All right.
But you gotta think. But real quick. I'm just gonna ask you, what two characters am I thinking of?
Lola.
No. I just said David Kimball. Like, if they do a storyline with David Kimball, right? Like, if they was to, you got one. Well, yeah, both of them. Yeah, I did have them in there. We'll talk later. I don't want to give it out to everybody because, you know, we don't know if Young and the Restless writers. We don't know if Josh Griffin is listening, and I don't want to give. I mean, he could, Venmo me the money first, and then I'll spill my beans. Mm-hmm.
I've got one last update for y'all. I don't know if you knew this, but Paramount Plus, CBS has canceled Good Sam, and that stars Sophia Bush and our lovely Victoria Rao. You know, Drusilla from Young and the Restless. She's been on there. She does a wonderful job. And so, unfortunately, that was canceled. So I thought I'd want to share the update with everybody.
Okay, well, because I am, like, the ultimate One Tree Hill fan, I do have some inside information that there will be a limited run Return to the Hill on Netflix. And the storyline will be centered around Brooke Davis and Haley dealing with the death of Nathan and 3 children that need to be raised. So we probably won't get any Chad Michael Murray. We're definitely not getting late Nathan because he's dead.
Peace out. Stop for flashback.
Yeah.
I heard a little bit about that. That's interesting because that clears out a lot of the extras that they don't need around. They're moving on with the women being single and raising their children. I think that's an interesting take on that.
I do. I was a huge, people said after Chad and Hillary left that the show, went downhill. I was on board all the way to the end. It was great. It was great writing, great acting.
Except, Anthony, you know what I'm about to say. You was even there when the dog ate the heart.
Yeah.
You was there with the dog ate the heart. You was still riding
straight
tight.
up out of that movie Rat Race. Remember Rat Race when they was all going across the country?
I remember that movie.
Yeah, and they ate the heart. Yep. I remember that.
Yeah, I'm looking at the list of all the shows that have been canceled, and
we got to go back to the soap.
Let's go back to Young and the Restless.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to say this, and we've been going back and forth for about a year now, Young. We was talking about counseling. We was talking about divorce. You keep reeling me in. You keep getting me to the edge, and then you keep, dropping and going flat. Come on, Candice, tell me you're not in the same space right now. 2 weeks ago, you were on the edge, and right now, you don't want to divorce them, but you're like, come on, there's so much potential here.
Okay.
I know.
Young, you gave me, here's the thing, okay, even though I feel kind of let down on some regard,
I
feel as though I'm watching a storyline in 2 different universes. I'm watching one storyline.
Oh my God, that's the best way to put it. Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking at one storyline, which is your main storyline, the same as what's going on across the hall from you at CBS Studios. Y'all are both telling kind of the same storyline about the mothers who wants to reconnect with the child after abandoning them and stuff like that. However, one is doing it a little bit better, and the other one, I get what you're doing, but here's the thing. Y'all also dropped a huge part of the story. I want to see if everybody can guess what story it is. And okay, y'all didn't guess it because y'all would have said it by now. Y'all dropped the chemo factor in this. And this
we said that last week.
Well, no. Wait a minute. Let me back something up too. You also have Kyle. By the way, Michael garnered his Emmy nod for supporting actor the last couple of episodes for next year. Because when he kind of told Tracy, by the way, hey, Beth Maitland, girl, look at fine. Look at like the queen she is. Okay. When he was kind of stumped, he was like, I don't even know how do I react to this? My mom didn't want me. She could have made a decision to I felt Kyle's pain. But then I'm with Diane, I'm like, okay, girl, you went to see a therapist. I'm surprised it wasn't Taylor Forster.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is that you are redeemed, but I still feel as though there's obviously something else going on. Let me just say this. Eileen Davidson is a treasure. Young and Restless, whenever she comes on, I get excited. Because why was she the voice of reason? When Diane came up in the house, Anthony, tell me you didn't feel the soul. You did not feel the soul being taken out.
Yeah.
Then put back into your chest. When she was when Diane said, I've changed. I've really changed. And Ashley's looking at Abby like, girl, please. I wish she would have said that line. I feel so Young and Restless. See, here's the thing about Young and Restless. They're kind of doing the same thing as, and I'm going to be honest, Days of Our Lives and General Hospital. They're dragging certain stories on so long that I think they just don't know when to end it. And then there's other storylines which I'm still waiting for some movement. I know I'm never going to get it. And then there's some scenes that I'm just like,
what, like Amanda?
Okay, this was a who?
Amanda?
Exactly.
Thank you. Go ahead, girl. Yeah.
But no, like, okay, the Ray thing.
Lord.
Yes.
Shout out to Jordy. Okay, what's up, Jordy?
God, yes.
We'll talk about you in a few. But the thing is that, okay, for those who believe that we're just going to get a full memorial funeral, I'm sorry that to burst your bubble, because I already knew they wasn't going to do it. Not even in Chancellor Park. At least that could have happened. But, again, because of circumstances outside of their control, but because it's a real thing. But why are you having Chelsea act more like she's the widow than Sharon?
That's my thing.
And
I'm not
here's
buying
the thing.
that. Yeah, I'm not buying it.
But here's the thing. I'm going to make a case, but it's not going to be strong enough for the way that they're making her act. Because my thing is that, okay, Chelsea, this man is the same man you poisoned. You almost killed, too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, I know that people was like, yeah, Chelsea and Ray could be scandalous and everything. But I'm thinking to myself, Candice, you know better than some. But the thing is that in the last couple of, you know what, I'm going to be honest, I think they knew something. Obviously, they were preparing. Because all of a sudden, you did write Ray and Chelsea to be kumbaya, thank you for everything, thank you for being a friend. The fact that you kind of made Ray a second father figure to Connor, are you serious? Because I'm pretty sure his daddy's somewhere in the GC. What's up, Adam? But I'm like, y'all just threw this all together. And even though, like I said, Sharon Case, she's better get one next year. Yeah, I felt bad for Chelsea because for the first time, I think she kind of felt as though somebody could actually like her without being, actually seen. Like, it was Adam all over again because and Nick saw her at her worst and at her best and was also bonding with her son. And, even though I still said that she was a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and yet if the show was smart, because when they said that, because at first I thought it was the collision, car crash and stuff like that. I thought Ashlyn was at fault for it. But no, you go ahead and you say a heart attack. Now, here's the thing, real deal, real talk. Yes, people who are young do have heart attacks. Okay, but you know how you could have tied this all together? This is why Candice should be, thank you. You could have did a freaking y'all know what I mean.
Toxicology.
Thank you. And to trace some of that poison that was lingering in his body, and it was a buildup and block his stuff like that. Back to Chelsea. You could have had when they found out Chelsea Sharon could have went all side down, inside out on Chelsea and made Chelsea feel really guilty. This is the problem that I'm having, Young and the Restless. It's not that hard. It's really not. Just like I want Allie. Because when Allie came in...
No, but wait, hold up. Stop right there. Before you go to Allie, keep that right there because here's the thing. They had the perfect setup because Chelsea was starting to feel like somebody saw her for all of who she is. It was a replay on when she started to get close to Nick back before she left the lamp time. So now he's seeing her. She is the guilt of what she did. Then the toxicology comes back. Instead of having Sharon find out right away, make it be the ultimate cover-up while she's also going through the crazies. How, I was so wrong. He was the one that saw me. I did this. I'm the reason for his death. Bang, bang, boom, come up with some kind of medical eurythmia. He had an aneurysm on the side of the heart that never existed in real medical terminology, but because it's a soap opera, we'll go on board. The aneurysm burst. It had nothing to do with the toxicology. Sharon has to apologize. She's acquitted from the trial. There was such a storyline that could be played with this. And it was like, what? No. No. No, you didn't just say that. Come on, every single person on this call right now, you all felt it, right? When we found out, heart attack.
They missed the boat.
They missed a warship. Forget about a boat. Forget about a Carnival cruise line. They missed a flagship warship story that could have been. This could have went on for months and been real good story.
Because here's the thing. Okay, let's go. Okay,
and that's the reason
to
bring Lola. Wait, hold up. That's the reason to bring Lola back to Candice, because they're gonna have a big splashy trial, and then she interacts. So he needs a friend. She offers to be. Oh my God, the umbrella storyline that this could have been. And meanwhile, the warship is going across the Black Sea and back out to the Pacific. Or I don't know what it connects to, but you know what I'm saying.
But here's the thing. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Now let's look at the other way that they could have done this storyline. Okay, you had Ashley and Victoria in the car race, right? In this thing, right? Okay, you made Victoria believe that she was the one who caught. Well, here's what they said. They said that Ray was in the other lane. Okay, I can totally see it, but I could also see Victoria being blamed and everything like that. We all know Victoria and Sharon do not get along. Like, they're frenemies.
Yes.
Okay.
That could have been a good story,
too. You do have Victoria who's already feeling a certain type of way, feeling even worse. And yes, Ashland is going to cover it up because he's trying to get into the good graces of Victoria. After months and whatnot, somebody finds out, guess who really caused the accident?
Nick finds out.
Ashland. Yeah, Nick finds out.
And Nick finds out. Exactly.
No, you know what? No. You know what? Hold up. I'm going to take Nick out of this. I'm going to put Adam back into this. Because Adam could either do two things. He could blackmail Ashland, or he can blackmail Victoria. Or something to the because since Adam wants to go for Newman Enterprises.
Or he could take it to his daddy, and they can figure out how to turn this around so that they get everything that they've been looking for.
But at the same time, let's be honest, like we now know, Adam wants Newman Enterprise. He thinks he can run the show better than Victoria. So I can totally see where Adam is going to try to gain Ashland or something like that, to the point to like really keep Victoria away. But somebody does find out, like Sally. I'm going to use it. That's right. I'm bringing Sally into this. Because I feel as though Sally needs to be that girl who finds out Adam doesn't give a rat's booty if you're family or not, if it's right or wrong. He's going to do what Adam wants to do. And that's going to give Sally a whole new view on Adam Newman. Because it's like, wait a minute, so you would literally destroy your sister's legacy life just for this? What does that say about this person, Sally? That if something happens between you and him, your fate and everything is going to be destroyed. Oh my God! And then to find out that Ashley, because we forget Ashley is responsible for his friends.
You got your own children. Yep.
Ooh, Lord, that would have been a good story, Lord. You could have went two different ways with that storyline and it made it good. And I get what you were trying. I understand. Look, trust me when I say, Young and Restless, I get why y'all did what y'all did. But y'all really could have went two different ways with that. Actually, you could have went three different ways, too.
All right. So I want to jump completely to a non-storyline, basically. You know, y'all all know how I feel about Michael and Lauren, and I love the trajectory of their story, but neither one of them has any real anchor or story in our current version of The Young and the Restless. Oh my God. Please pay attention. I don't want any money. Just give me a cute little, my name on the screen somewhere, inspired by Mr. Anthony Corona. Have a storyline that puts Michael and Ashley in each other's orbit and throw Lauren and Jack back in each other's orbit again and do it right this time, folks. And do it right this time.
Okay. So, Anthony, first let's get out of my head.
There is a little bit of drama coming up with Lauren and Michael that you've all been waiting for, so get ready because that's coming up soon.
Here's the thing.
All right, I missed that part, but go ahead, Candice.
Anthony, get out of my head.
Yes.
Instead of Ashley, put somebody else into that mix.
Diane?
Bingo.
Nope. Diane.
Bingo. Oh. Think about it. Think about it before you say it. Think about it. Right.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Keep in mind.
Oh, my God, yes.
That's going to hurt.
And Lauren needs Jack. And Lauren needs Jack as a venting machine at first. Oh, my God, yes.
And yes, of course you're going to have Phyllis, because Phyllis is going to be, Phyllis is going to be, if she finds out Michael and Diane, or Diane does something, yes, you're going to have Diane versus Phyllis, point blank, period, especially when Summer comes back and Kyle, especially if Summer and Kyle fans don't come after me, but you know darn good well it's probably going to happen. I don't think they're still happy. Obviously, they're not happy.
Nope.
No, they're not.
They can't be.
Not happy.
Nope.
They can't be. No, every couple is not happy and gets fairy dust and rainbows and lollipops. It ain't never happened. They had their time. But Summer is a driven woman. She's like her mama. She's a driven woman. You know what, Young and Restless? We've been together for a very long time. There's times that I scare myself at how good some of these storylines we come up with on the show is, because I'd rather see that than what sometimes I see on the show. Like, I got all pumped. I got the promos and everything in my head already. Oh, my God.
Yep, I think, you don't think they could be happy any longer?
It's a soap. She's a Newman. He's an Abbott. Diane is back.
It has to be, David. It absolutely has to be. And they've been off screen. And then one comes back without the other, et cetera. I mean, you know, following, it's like Hansel, Gretel, and those little bastards that were trying to eat their house, but they were leaving breadcrumbs through the forest.
Check this out. Do you want to know how fully this story can come around back to bite Kyle and Summer in the butt? Look, even the sirens is going off for this. This is going to be high. No, seriously, sirens is going off like a fire alarm or something.
I know. Yep, it's the fire alarm next door.
Oh, see, because they know how hot this idea about. Anthony, check this out.
I'm here, girl.
Can you imagine if Diane and Ashlyn hook up?
Whoa, that's siren worthy. Oh my God.
Yep.
Oh my God.
That's the greatest sound effect ever.
Do you know what?
That came in handy, didn't it?
It really did.
You know what? I'll forego the whole Lauren, Jack, Michael. Yes, and yes. Yes.
In order for it will seriously be, like I said, I'm watching two different storylines. It's the same storyline, but in two different universes. Yes. Because Sheila trying to get closer to Taylor to get into the orbit of her, Finn, Steffi, and the baby. You got Diane trying to really connect with Kyle as well as Ashlyn, and we can center it back because, again, folks, Ashlyn was coming after the Abbotts, and Diane has issues with the Newmans. I scare myself sometimes.
Okay, I've got one.
You gotta go.
We got to jump to Bold and the Beautiful, but I've got one problem with this story. Diane and Taylor, cool, okay. It's a big reach, especially with when Taylor was on screen. Like, okay, she was counseling Diane while she was going like loopy-loop after Bill and all that. But okay, all right, I might be able to visualize and picture that. More importantly, though, you brought Deacon into this. You have made the connections 3 times over now. Yep. 3 times over. Yeah. There's connections, and yet we don't have any satisfaction of we're not hearing it in Los Angeles, and what's going on in Genoa City don't make no kind of sense, ultimately, if you watch both shows. So I need the Bell legacy, the Bell dynasty to kind of come together and give us an ultimate payoff for all the references between the two shows. You can't, well, you can because, ultimately we don't pay your salaries, but throwing all of these references out to us without a payoff is going to be devastatingly disappointing yet again. And we actually have Deacon on contract right now. So, we've got a new and vivacious, incredible Taylor. We've got a Deacon that's on contract. We've got storylines that are intersecting crazily. Where's the crossover? Where's the crossover? Where is the crossover? And we should probably move on to Bold. But Candice, Willy, any comments to what I just said?
Josh Griffin and Brad Bell better meet in the middle of the hallway and get some ideas going. I've been saying that for a long time.
Yeah, a lot of
them need to have a writer's retreat up in like Ojai or Big Sur or Tahoe. They need to spend a weekend, draft it all out, and then bang the heck up out of us, for fall sleeps. Yes.
Yes, they need to do a lot of revving up and a lot of...
And Sheila, too.
Well, I hate to say it, but some kind of reconstruction.
Oh, my God, yes. And Sheila,
too many repeats of everything.
The fact that Lauren still doesn't know that Sheila is fucking... Excuse my language. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm so sorry. That Sheila is serving mozzarella sticks up in Los Angeles and just, just inserted herself into yet another child's life. And Lauren is not the... What kind of friends are you, Eric, for with stuff? What kind of friends are you? And Lauren should walk into the Forrester mansion. She should turn and look at the mantle and go, yeah, that's what I thought. And then walk right up to Eric and smack him and give him the ultimate soap opera smack. How dare you? Candice?
I have nothing else to say because I feel as though I'm being cheated. As many times as Jack and them have been, Phyllis and all of them been going to the Los Angeles for Allie. Y'all mean to tell me? And not only that, Jack and Allie was at the same coffee shop that Sheila used to work at. I'm not going to say no more.
I'm sorry. No offense or anything. But come on. We sustained our belief in reality for, how many times have Banner and Robert Scorpio come back from the dead, et cetera, et cetera. We suspend our belief in reality for these shows. But come on. Nobody pulled Jack aside and said, oh, by the way, Sheila's been back for a little while and, she's coming.
You had Phyllis. Mm-hmm. You had Phyllis in Los Angeles, okay? And you mean to tell me,
times.
Okay, like y'all all went to the same coffee shop. Even Kyle and Summer, when they went over to find out about Sally. Hey, nobody. Okay. No, nobody.
No, I'm sorry.
Nobody. Wait a minute. Hold up. And nobody.
I give rights.
Wait a minute. No, because I got another issue.
Rights.
Hold up. I got another issue. Hold up. Wait a minute. Y'all mean to tell me that Eric Forster, now we'll talk about him in a minute. Y'all mean to tell me as soon as he found out that Sheila was alive, he didn't call Lauren? Are you serious?
Oh, that's the big thing. The other big thing.
I know Eric's dealing with a lot of big things right now.
But the fact that there's been, 3 or 4 different crossovers that had nothing to do with the storyline that actually matters bothers the heck out of me and a lot of fans out there. Nobody said to Jack, nobody said to Phyllis, oh, by the way, you might want to know that psychopath Sheila who changed herself to look like you, who lived your life, girl. Oh, by the way, she's back. She's serving mozzarella sticks. She back and she's serving mozzarella sticks. Come on. I want to stay with you, CBS.
Is there a political reason why that can't happen? Is there a political reason why that can't happen?
Because Josh Griffin came. No, let me stop. Because it's not in the creative direction of the show right now. That's good. I used it. That was a good one. Good job, Candice.
Okay, I'll buy that one for now.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
All right, I got a bridge for you, David. It's a big one. It goes between Brooklyn and Staten Island in New York, and it is the most crossed bridge in the United States. It's called the Verrazano. The cost to go over that bridge is $23, David. Would you like to buy into the Verrazano Narrows Bridge?
I'd like to, but not at this time.
Exactly. And that is the same level of oof that you could give to it's not in the storyline at this time. We are talking about soaps that have been on the air. They're all in their 40s going on 50 years, except for the Bold and Beautiful, of course.
Yeah.
What do you mean it's not in their current storyline? They have had storylines going on for 40, if not 50 years. Come on. And they have no problem rewriting history when it suits their purpose.
But
I'm sorry, Deacon
saved
Diane after we done saw what we saw, and Nikki, if you're going to rewrite that, you can rewrite anything. You can rewrite, you know what, you can tell me that Marilyn Monroe shot JFK, even though she was already dead by the time he was assassinated. This is soap opera land.
Yeah.
All right, let's go over to Bold.
Oh, Jesus.
So we were there.
Okay.
Oh.
No, we're now officially here. We're now see that we gave a crossover, and now we're on Bold and Beautiful. Let me just say something, Bold and Beautiful. I know some people will say, Candice, because you're connected, you are a cheerleader for that show. Well, guess what?
Mm-hmm.
Rah, super bye. The acting and performances and the writing has been on point. Jacqueline McKinney Woods, who is still pregnant, gave me, and you wonder why she's leaving.
Yeah.
Kimberly Brown. You have to understand why this woman is that villain for the last 30 years. You have to understand that she has had no tumors. She's not had split personalities, even though we question it sometimes. She does not have to do anything because she's Sheila freaking Carter. And today, if you did not see today, I advise you to see today.
I did not see today, and Candice, I don't mind. Spoil us. Go
ahead.
Okay, as we all know, Stephanie finally got pieced everything together and called her a murderer. Y'all know that. Why did Sheila blame all of this on Steffi? She turned around and did the self-guilt and said other stuff. But it was your fault, Steffi, that Finn died.
Oh, she didn't. She told her that?
She did.
Oh, I can't wait to see. As soon as we hang up, I'm putting on today.
Oh, wow.
She turned around and blamed Steffi for Finn's death. Because here's the thing. All right. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Wait, hold up, Candice, real quick. Did she do the Sheila Cycle thing where she said, if you weren't so blank, blank, blank? She did, right? Oh, yes, I can't wait to see today. Yes. Okay.
I can't either.
I'm sorry. Kimberly Brown is.
Yeah.
Yes, she's Stefano. She's Helena Cassadine. She is Mitch
Lawrence.
Mitch Crazy Cole.
She's Roger Ford, Andy Dutton. Yes. Because this is what happened. Because Sheila, okay. So, they were still at the Cliff House and everything. And Stephanie was like telling Sheila, you're a deranged lunatic. And, that, because Sheila still says, well, we all can be a family and stuff like that. And then Sheila was like, no, I am a part of this family because I'm Finn's mama. So Stephanie was like hollering saying, you shot me and you shot Finn. And the truth is going to come out because you're a murderer, right? So then Taylor had told Stephanie, Sheila had told Taylor to tell Stephanie to stop because, she's going to stress out and stuff like that. And then Sheila said, I'm not a murderer. And then she said that Taylor, Rich, and everybody else is delusional. she was like, I find this disgusting. I find it sick. I love my son. I would never want to deliberate and end his life and stuff. And then Ridge was like, well, are you calling Steffi a liar? And Steffi, like, Steffi was like, she was there and stuff like that. And, Sheila had the gun and stuff. And she's like, you shot Finn and me. And Sheila said, why would she listen to this, check this out. Sheila going to say real quick, she's like, why would she run to the hospital or talk to Chef Baker? And Steffi was like, but you was in the alley. And then Sheila said, do you remember believing that you was married to Liam too? Your memories aren't syncing up. So you know what Sheila was trying to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
Get in her head.
Good writing. Good job.
Mm-hmm. Like, it was so much more and everything like that. And this was the best part. Taylor was like telling Steffi how Sheila saved her life in the hospital, right? And Ridge was like this to Sheila. So you want like a cookie or something because you saved somebody's life? Like, what the hell? And then she was like, can I have a little compassion? And then Ridge was like, you're not getting anything. You're a killer. You're a twisted, sick, evil killer, and you killed your own boy. And Sheila's like, I'm not evil. Steffi was like, yes, you are. And then Sheila said, I'm sorry what happened to Steffi's family and what it means for Hayes. And, and then she was like this. She was like, I lost my son that night, and I'm trying to, like, redeem myself and everything. And then she looked and she was like, I'm not that person anymore. And Steffi's like, but it's your blood. The blood is on your hands and stuff like that. And they were going back and forth. And, and then Sheila said, no, the reason Finn's blood was on my hands was because of you, Steffi.
Oh, wow. God.
And that's how it ended?
Well.
Yep. Because here's the thing.
Oh.
Because Sheila also said, you want to blame this on me, but you know what really happened. I didn't chase you. You came after me.
Yep, that's what I knew was going to happen. Did not say that 2 weeks ago on this show.
Mm-hmm.
Willy, Candice,
she was gonna use
did not say that.
Yup.
Yep.
Yes, you sure did.
Yep.
I forgot. Wait a minute. I did forget. No, Sheila said something else too. She said you still could have had your husband and Hayes could have still had his father, but no, you decided to come and attack me, defend my relationship. This is all on you. Steffi, you're the murderer.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so in reality, I can't get with this in any way, shape, or form. In the soap opera world, this is exactly what I was hoping for. So 2 weeks ago, go to Blogspot, go to iHeartRadio, go listen to 2 weeks ago. Thank you, Bold and the Beautiful. You did exactly what I was hoping you were going to do.
But wait, that's not all that Bold has been doing, because here's the thing. Bold does some things and whatnot. They're rotating storylines, right? Because obviously we're getting into the meat and potatoes of the Sheila stuff, right, with Finn and all of them. But then we didn't forget about Eric and his honey boo-boo bear. Now, let me say this, because I said this yesterday on social media. I said, Quinn, I want to know who and Bold came up with this. Who came up with this? When I say Quinn, and literally, I tweeted that out. I said, that's the tweet, Quinn. That's all I did. Quinn, #Bold, that's the tweet. This woman is a freaking genius. Do you hear me?
You're talking about that ring?
Yes.
Yes, girl.
I thought so.
Because, let me clarify something. Yeah, let me clarify something to our listeners. It's not a fake thing. That is real. That's a real thing. It's called a Fab Fit ring. That instead of like the wristbands, y'all remember the wristbands and stuff like that, they have it on your finger and whatnot. You can get it at Target. Shout out to Target. But it does keep track of your monitoring your heart and stuff like that. And they actually have a chart to also, it got computerized and everything. It is so good.
Oh, Lord. I
this
thought of that instantly.
This is the best way Quinn is going to find. See, this is what happens when karma lines itself up. Because Quinn has done everything right, okay? And the thing is that, yeah, it hurts harder. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, Candice, I'm just going to throw this out, and I want to see if you're connecting the pieces here. We're going to have a revisit of Quinn and Liam.
Oh,
do you see where they're going? You see that it's going to happen, right? All right, go ahead. Yep.
But you know what else I'm just waiting for? You know what I'm waiting for, don't you? I'm waiting for the scene. I'm waiting for the scene when Quinn takes a look at if the doctor, played by I don't know who, shows like, okay, let's just say Eric is saying he's playing racquetball, whatever, basketball, stuff like that. And the doctor has a chart of how his heart is rated, you know, versus
too much physical activity, too much,
right. And I can't wait to see the scene, and I know the scene is probably going to happen, where we have Quinn looking at her portrait. Okay, work with me. Eric comes into the door. Wait a minute. Hold on, I'm going to tell you what about to happen, right? And Quinn says to Eric, oh, how was tennis with Anthony and Will and David? I mean, if she says that, first and foremost, that would be kind of cool. And Eric is like, you know, da-da-da-da-da. I can see Quinn being low-key at first, but you know what this girl is capable of.
Yep.
I am sorry. This is where Lorena Sofer is going to probably get another Emmy reel together.
But it's not going to happen like that, Candice.
Well, no, I'm just saying because.
Hold up. It's going to come. It's going to come down some way like this. She's going to intercept a call from the doctor's office that they need to look at the monitoring, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They're going to put something that Eric's in a situation where it spikes, et cetera, and she's not going to let go. She's going to be that tiger with her teeth in. She ain't letting go unless you stab her through the head. And you're not going to stab her through the head because it's good drama. So all the pieces are going to finally lead up to what's going on, and she's going to go that poop crazy.
Yep.
Except something's going to happen with Liam, Hope, and Steffi, and Liam is going to be on on that need to connect with somebody, and they're going to connect remembering what they had, and bang, bang, boom.
I'm just saying, I just need a couple of things to happen from this. I need a Forster Creation showdown in the fact of Quinn never signed a prenup. I just want everybody to remember that. She never signed a prenup. Eric didn't want her to. I need for Quinn to go ahead and say, Eric, we're getting a divorce. I want it to be messy. I want Ridge to be saying some stuff, and Quinn brings up the fact that Ridge tried to get her in trouble by putting his tongue down her throat. I want Brooke. By the way, get well soon, Captain Carolyn. I know you go back to work next week, but be careful. I want Brooke to be like, she can't do this. I want Quinn to say, what was you doing but laying on your back all this time and getting into trouble, kissing here, kissing there, while my company was making money for Forster Creations. I want a Zoom call with Rick and debating about what side. I want, when I say this show, y'all going to know what I'm talking about. The final episode of Capital, when you had the late great March, you say you either on my side or on your father's side. Choose sides. whose side are you going to be on? Like, oh, shoot. Like, wait. Because if Kristen and Felicia and them finds out that Eric, it was messing with Donna again. Oh.
Okay, so I want to go in a slightly different direction. I'm feeling you, and if they go in your direction, Candice, I'm with you. I am. But I want them to go in a slightly different direction. I want Quinn to find everything out and to facilitate he has erection problems, he's had some aging problems, et cetera, so he needs some medication to balance him out, only behind the scenes, it's making him cuckoo crazy. And so she ascends to the throne, so to speak, through trying to play him for what he did to her. And the family has to choose sides, not knowing all of the what's going on behind the scenes. And as little pieces of it drop out, the alliances start to shift. But because of how everybody feels. Now, think about it for a second. Thomas, let's bring Thomas into this for a second. Who has Thomas been all these years? He's been the second cast-off child that has no real responsibility all these years. Rick's been the child that has ideas, but when the ideas are implemented, he's not good enough to actually run the business that created those ideas. Okay, we've got Brooke. Who's Brooke been all these years? She's been the one that brings the eyes to the company. So if you set it up that way, it is the ultimate dynasty. Colby, remember when Alexis walked into that boardroom thinking she was Joan Crawford? And I can see Quinn letting everybody assemble, and she's sitting in another office somewhere with a little monitor, watching everybody, listening to their sidebar conversations, and then she adjusts her shoulder pads, she buttons her lapels because she's going to come in a power suit, absolutely, and she walks into the room and she says, bam, my husband's insane, I can't do nothing with it, I've got this paperwork, bam, I am Forrester Creations, bow, bitches.
Let's go.
Wow.
That's the way I'm looking at it. But Candice, I like your storyline too. I really do. So if they go your way,
if they do a merge of our storylines and everything, me and Anthony wants our money Venmo. We don't want a check or anything. We want Venmo, and also we just want our names in the credits. And
a quick little walk online.
No, that we want to be in the courtroom.
We want to be in the courtroom. Nice too.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Hold up. Actually,
we want an under 5 part.
Yeah, we want to be in the courtroom.
Yeah.
Can I play the lawyer? I want to be the lawyer. I'm going to be the lawyer.
I want to be the key witness that nobody knows is coming, and then they call me to the stand, and I blow it all to pieces.
What if you're the one that saw?
Oh yeah, I'm the one that gave Quinn the pictures. I want to be the private detective that gave Quinn the pictures.
No. You know who you could be? You could be the person when they was at the hotel and you saw Eric and Donna.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. Okay, I'll do that too.
Yeah. You be the snitch. I'll be the lawyer. Yep.
All right. We've got a half an hour left, and we've got a lot to go through with Days of Our Lives.
Lord,
we also have
David,
the Emmys, but I don't know.
Yeah, we could do the Emmys next week. 2 weeks from now. David? All right. Let's do Days of Our Lives real quick, and in the last 10 minutes, I'll watch the time. We'll talk Emmys. David, you have been really quiet tonight. We love you. We love you to death. Fill us in on what's going on with Days. And I'll be honest, I haven't watched Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. I haven't watched anything this week. But go on, catch us up with what's going on with Days.
Well, first off, the antidote is working on Sarah. She seems to be going back to the way she was. She's happy to see Xander. She's happy to see Xander. I didn't see the rest of today, but I know that Maggie went over. She told Anna she's dropping the charges, and Anna was ready to run. And how sorry she is. And then we go to Gwen, who got 2 separate deals. Ava wanted to help her get out and make a run for it, or she's offered, or Jack. So she's torn between Ava's deal and Jack's deal. Jack's got Justin to back her up and be her attorney, and Jack says it is best that if she pleads to the charges, to the lesser charges, that maybe Justin can get those others dropped and give her at the max 5 years. So she's got something to think about.
Okay, just another reinforcement to bringing Frankie back for Beyond Salem and then transitioning him to the mothership is a really, really good idea. You know, a.k.a. Jack Jennifer and the Gwen Jennifer Jacks that's going on, et cetera, et cetera. But I'll leave that right there. Let me ask you this, David.
Yeah.
When it comes to where Gwen is right now, right?
Yeah.
You know where it's going to go.
She's going to go with Ava, I think.
Yeah. Of course she's going to go with Ava. And then she's going to give another reason that she couldn't trust her daddy, et cetera, et cetera. Of course. I'm sorry. I do mean to do this. I'm not even going to say I don't mean to do this. 2 shows ago, and I alluded to it again last show, ding, 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 I told y'all people that Ava and Gwen were going to hook up. What else do we need to know, David?
That's all I got out of today, but is there any more? What?
I have an issue with Dave.
Go ahead.
I have a huge issue, and I think Candice is about to say it, but if not, I'll say it right after. Go ahead, girl.
Okay, so congratulations to Sierra and Ben for their baby that was taken by Al Delville. Okay.
Yeah.
But we also found out that there's another baby allegedly in Salem. Sarah got all her memory back, and she's so happy. Her and Xander kissing, Gwen crying, wham, wham, wham. Maggie's explaining to her. And so Sarah is like, Sarah was like, I'm not hungry, but there's something I want to see. And Xander's like, what? And she was like, her baby.
Oh, no. See, I didn't see all of it today, so, because I was getting ready for the show, so. She's not.
Yeah, and also Anna also went into the demure coffin, the tomb, the whatever, and saw the crypt and saw a pacifier.
Ron, I'm going to give you credit. I'm going to give Ron credit right now. Where he goes with it may or may not make this. I'm going to give Ron credit right now. He's preempted us with all the pieces for a complete blow-up. There may or may not be a baby out there. There may or may not be a baby that is infected with the devil. He's given us all the pieces. So what you do with it from here point forward will make or break this storyline. We loved the beginning of it. We hated once the devil started popping from person to person to person. We kind of hated that.
Right.
It didn't follow. It didn't follow what organically felt right for us as soap viewers. Now, if there are 2 babies and there's one evil and one good, and we're in the mystery of it all, you have a chance to redeem this storyline. Willy, I always throw it to Candice, but this time I'm going to throw it. Willy, come on, back me up here, or tell me I'm wrong.
I'm in between right now to see how everything's gonna go. It feels like it kind of tilts her like a seesaw, so I'm trying to see where it's gonna go in the direction.
I'm feeling that we're gonna have a "Where's the baby?" storyline, who does the baby belong to storyline, and then all the way at the end of the storyline, we're going to be throwing a complete curve and a loop, and the baby never belonged to anybody, and it was a red herring. That's what I'm feeling. Candice?
Okay, Dave, see, here's the thing. Y'all nice. I'm just going to say it. This is, again, one of those decisions where y'all didn't have to do this decision, but I understand because this was
they did not.
This was a typical decision on y'all part. Here's the thing. So we're going to forget that Jan has a baby.
Yeah.
So now we got 3 babies. We did this with the time jump. We had 3 babies, right? I am so over babies on soaps. I'm sorry. They're cute and cuddly, and I want all couples to have it. But seriously, where is the drama? So, okay, with Sarah, my thing is that, all right, we had already figured out that she should have came back pregnant. Okay, but I have a problem. Because to me, you could either do 2 things. And I'm sorry, Xander and Sarah fans, don't come at me. If y'all do this, I will actually say it. I don't think there's a real baby out there. I think her mind is playing games on her. And it's a side effect. Because she never really, the fact that she really never really fully, she's emotionally damaged because, they had a baby, all that stuff. Y'all was there 2 years ago for all this. The thing is that,
they never played it out fully. She never had the emotional follow through. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. Go ahead, girl. You're right on the same page I am.
You can have it where she believes that there's a baby, but there is no baby. And have her make, this is how you're going to tell if this is going to go there. Have her where she says, well, I gave birth at such and such, and da-da-da-da-da. And Xander's realizing, wait a minute, she's talking about the past. She's stuck in that time frame where, again, we don't know where she is right now. Obviously, she came back and she said, why is my hair in ponytails and stuff like that? But we don't know, until they do, when somebody has a head trauma or stuff, we don't know where she is. And that's your story right there.
So have her kidnap Jan's baby, thinking and convinced in her mind it's her baby.
No, you don't even have to do that. See, this is how they mess up. It's okay, with Sierra's baby, okay, again, that was the devil's child, okay. Look, I'm going to be honest, Sin fans, don't come at me, but let's be real for a second. That baby shouldn't even exist because of the way it was planted. It was the devil who planted the idea in Ben to create a hybrid to carry the blood of the bad demon seed. I'm about to get real spiritual and religious here, okay? To me,
but wait, hold on. In that, while you do that, remember, we don't know much about Jan's baby. And that's,
here's the thing. I'm going to tell you how they messed up. See, this is, okay. Yeah. Sierra and Jan was not pregnant at the same time. They didn't get pregnant at the same time. The thing is that, okay, we know that they speed up Sierra's pregnancy because she is pregnant with the devil, okay? But with Jan's baby, okay, you say that that is Sean's baby. Okay, again, the devil made him do it. That was completely two different and everything monthly. I'm timing this, right? To me, with Jan, see, this is what you don't do. You could have done the Jan and Sierra baby. They were both pregnant at the same time. You could have switched the babies, da-da-da-da-da. You didn't choose that route, okay? With Jan's baby, I'm going to be honest, I think it's the security guard's baby, and she's trying to pass it off to Sean's, or that baby's not going to come in fruition because of Belle. Think about 20 years ago, Belle was the cause of Jan's miscarriage the first time around. History will repeat itself.
Right. That's where I'm going with that. Exactly.
Right. Now, with Sierra's baby, like I said, okay, what you could do a flip-flop. You could do a switch. But it shouldn't be either Jan's baby or Sarah's baby. With Sarah, what you need to do, to be honest, to really give Lindsay Godfrey that material, and Paul Tefner too, is have her psychologically stuck. Sort of like with Taya, on One Life to Live. Okay, on the online version, remember Taya still had the baby crib and still was smelling the baby's blanket, even though the baby died, and she was still acting as if the baby was still like there. While Danny, when Danny kind of felt it like, wait a minute, my mom is not even really coherent enough to know that I'm popping pills and hooking up with Damien, okay, from As the World Turns, okay. So that's why I want that to be like, because of the side effects and all that stuff, that, you know, that was one of her last, that was the memory that was kind of holding her technically together, but she lost that, and she's lost a little bit of her reality. You know what? It is not that hard. Hold on.
Right there, though, they could always introduce a third baby to their story. Sarah never had the baby, but she fixates on a baby because she needs that for her psychological wellness, or it's not wellness, but to keep a grasp on what she thinks is reality. She focuses on one of the two babies, but then later on in the storyline, they throw a third baby into the mix because what they're trying to do is the good versus evil thing. You know, Damien, you know, Damien from the Damien movies, the devil incarnate is born. There has to be the savior born somewhere else. Obviously, the way they're playing it right now, it can't be Jan. But who's to, excuse me, but who's to say that a third birth wasn't?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, well, I had a thought. I found this on social media, and what if, this is only a what if that I found, what if we know that Jan's pregnancy more or less as a manifestation of Satan's involvement? So if Allie gets fully exorcised, what if that makes the baby disappear? Jan's baby.
I don't think they're going to go in that direction. And the reason I say this is because they have teased to us too much, and the storyline has something to do with Eric. So I don't think there's going to be a fictionary baby that, you know, is the purveyance of somebody going a little bit out of their mind because they lost a baby. They're not going to go in that direction. They're going to tie it into how Eric will redeem someone like Jan. And no matter how a baby was conceived, there's still a blank slate. We cannot ascribe to a newborn child that they're evil. We got to give them a chance. That's where I can, dollars to donuts, I can see that's where it's going. Candice, you're there with me, right?
Yeah, I'm there. Like I said, first and foremost, I don't believe Jan's child is Sean's, to be honest. I think her and security guard is, because again, you gotta figure out the Jan is still a teenager, like she's a teenager in a grown woman's body and whatnot. Now with the Sarah thing, I can see where, I'm gonna be honest, I think Sarah's gonna kill somebody. I think
you do.
Sarah's,
You know,
because
when she said that, I actually thought to myself, "Oh my God, that makes sense." And then Xander is gonna have all the feelings that he has on top of it all.
Because I'm gonna be honest, even because I felt as though, you know, and today they also honored the actress who played Renee, you know, on Days of Our Lives, and this is what made me actually go back to something that I said on the show. I was like, okay, they kept bringing the Salem Stalker into this, and that's where Renee was killed at, and they had Tony Andre and stuff. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if Sarah, in her delusional state, killed somebody. I still stick with it. I still stick that Sarah's going to kill somebody. I don't know who, but I just feel as though her mental state.
Oh, girl, let it be Gwen, but go on.
Well, sadly, I don't think it's going to be Gwen. But I just feel as though, like,
my two favorite picks are Gwen or Julie. Let it be Gwen or Julie. Kill either one of those, and I'm good.
Oh, that's not nice.
And think about it real quick. The Devil's storyline started with Doug. How would it be?
Yes, it did.
If in the fallout of all this, they end up killing Julie off.
Oh no!
If they killed, I'm gonna be honest.
God.
But if they killed Julie, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say something really. This is gonna be I know soaps are known to kill off legacy characters and stuff. But here's the thing: Days cannot. And look, we all heard the rumors about a certain somebody. That hasn't been confirmed, even though we think it is confirmed. But the thing is that if they were to kill Julie,
it's pretty much confirmed. But go ahead, girl.
Yeah, but you know what I've done. But I'm just throwing it out there for those who don't know.
I do. Yes.
You know what I'm saying. Here's the thing: with that coming up, the show is already facing backlash. Okay, let me explain. A couple of years ago, you killed off Bill Horton.
Mm-hmm.
Then you killed off Laura Horton. And I see what you did, Ron, and writers. I was going to give you some cred for that, even though it was a great scene. But I was like, y'all really didn't know at that time, did you? You just waited. You claimed that you was waiting for a moment. Okay, you had your moment, but you still didn't. You still did it. You still did what you did. Okay, you had Laura Horton off. If the rumor is true about what's going to go down, right, like I said, if you were to kill Julie off, I'm going to stay off of social media for the whole 2 weeks until we come back on the show.
Candice, I'm right there with you as well. Because I'm going to say this. It will be the worst thing and the best thing that ever happens at Days of Our Lives. It will be both. It really will be. It's going to be a 50-50 divide. But you know what? The payoff of this storyline has to be something huge. Huge. And the fact that it started with Doug gives that little bit of glimmer that it might end with Julie.
Oh, I hope. And you know, people love.
And don't forget, Bo and Hope are appearing on Beyond Salem. Bo, from where we know and where we are right now in the soap world, can only come back as a ghost. We don't know where Hope is right now. She may be coming back as a ghost as well. And what if it is? And what if it is to usher Julie, who doesn't want to leave, who wants to stay here as a ghost, to affect the lives of Eli and the people that she cares about?
Okay,
et cetera,
so you're gonna have them do like General Hospital when $250,000 dies. You're gonna do that? Yeah, okay.
That $250,000 comes back and ushers them into, and
Yeah,
but what if it was an actual conversation? See, the thing that General Hospital has never given us, they've never given us a scene where someone doesn't want to go, where they want to stay here and try through ghostly powers to affect what's going on.
Well,
Julie,
I mean,
wait, think about it for a second, Candice. Just let me finish this thought and respond to me. Julie, if anybody in the soap world, if she can no longer have her physical body, isn't she the one that's going to say, no, I got more stuff to do here. No, I'm not going through those pearly gates. I got to make sure everything is right. If there's anyone in soap world, it would be Victor Newman. It would be, I can't think of anyone from Bold, so sorry, Bold. From General Hospital, it would most definitely be Sonny or Carly, because they think they run everything.
No, it was Tracy Quartermain.
No, I can't go Tracy.
It was Tracy Quartermain.
Girl, yes. I can't go through those pearly gates. I got more stuff to do here. The one character in soap world that we can definitely go with that is Julie.
See, I mean, it would be hard for that. That would be a hard storyline because, like, when they killed Bo off, right? People was, obviously rightfully so, people was upset. But, and like you said about the devil storyline, see, here's the thing, because after today, I was thinking about who else could be a shocker to the audience if the devil got to this person, and that is Anna. Because she's in the crypt, she saw the pacifier, she may put two and two together or something. And the fact that they've, kind of freed her now, Anna's good, y'all. She's good. She don't have to go to jail. But I'm like, okay, why do I have a feeling something's going to happen to her?
It has to happen to her. It's not. It has to happen to her because they're not wrapping the storyline up until November sweeps. So it has to happen.
Are you serious? I thought Allie. He said Allie was the last.
Allie's the last one to be possessed, but there's still some consequences.
I have it on extremely, and you guys know this. I don't say this unless it's true. I have it on extremely good authority that the Devil storyline is going to wrap up in November sweeps and through the new year. That we'll have a complete resolution to that, something having to do with New Year's Eve of 2023. And if you know Days of Our Lives, you know that they love their New Year's Eve reveals. So they've written this out. They know the plot points that are going to happen between now and November sweeps. November sweeps is going to be huge. It'll probably lie low for the month of December. And the week between Christmas and New Year's, it'll probably pop back up. And then we'll see a huge, dramatic conclusion to all of this the first week of January.
Yay.
No, you know what? I hear you, Candice. I hear you. But I'm actually kind of okay with that because I like how they've written Anna.
Oh, go ahead.
I like how they've written Anna with this. I like that there's a dichotomy between Allie and Johnny. I like that there's unfinished business between Johnny and the various romances, Allie and the various romances. I like that they've left a lot of stuff hanging there and unfinished because when it really all comes down to it, these babies are going to be the key to wrapping up that storyline. I can feel it in my bones.
I can feel it in my bones, but at the same time, like I said, one should not be existing. The other one is probably not existing, but is all existing in her head. And then you got Jane Spears who's lying about her baby. And we find out that it's somebody else's baby. That's somebody that is connected to Days of Our Lives.
No, girl, I'm telling you, it's not that. Girl, let's go back to this episode a couple of months from now and pull this back up. I'm telling you, there's another baby in the mix. They're going to introduce another baby somehow to balance the story that they're telling right now. Because you're right, Jan, one baby shouldn't exist. One baby is not the story that we think it is right now. And the third baby doesn't exist at all, except there is an actual third baby out there that no one paid attention to because it was the principles of what we're used to looking at right now. And they'll find a way to make it work. I mean, look at Drew Kane. What's her name? The Mulva. What was her name? Kim Nero. And also,
Kim Nero.
That should not have existed. But they found a way to make it, and they worked it until it actually worked.
Anthony, to some people, that child didn't exist.
Oh, girl, based upon general hospital.
I mean, here's the thing. You know what, Anthony?
But
Anthony, you know what? I just thought about something. You're right. There is going to be another baby because, as we now know, Stephanie Johnson is coming back to Days of Our Lives. Thank you, Dave. Thank you.
Yep.
I appreciate you.
You know what,
Candice,
that you just said it out loud. I swear on my guide dog, who is my eyes, who gets me through the day. I swear on my guide dog, I thought the same exact thing. Stephanie Johnson and that missing baby. I swear on everything. That's what I thought. So you and I, we share a friggin' brain, Candice.
It's scary. Days of Our Lives, Paulina, TK, Eli, and all that. I have so much to say. Y'all have to find out next week what I have to say about that. Well, not next week, but in 2 weeks. Right. We are going to discuss the Emmy nods. The next episode, we kind of ran out of time, obviously. We got through all the shows, right? GH.
Yep. We did.
Yeah. So,
okay,
real quick.
I have to say this. Ron, my friend, who, we interact sparsely at this point, but we were very close at one point. I'm sure we'll be close again. Ron, congratulations. You're actually going up against yourself.
Yeah.
In what is it, 3 categories, Candice?
In 3 categories.
You are going up against yourself. Ron, Ron, when you were a tiny little gay boy watching soap operas and said, one day I'm going to write stories for Dorian Lord and Victoria Buchanan, and maybe I'll even get to write for the incomparable Sonny Corinthos and Carly, et cetera, et cetera. Never knowing. You never knew, Ron. Never knew. I know in your projection of how your life was going to go. Never knew you were going to be writing for Days of Our Lives, but here you are. And now you're nominated up against yourself. Ron, congratulations.
And I just going to say
you are nominated
right
against yourself. Ron, you are nominated against yourself. This must be a daytime first.
And here's the thing. I'm going to be honest. Like I said on Spaces, if Beyond Salem beats Dave, beats GH, beats Bold and Young and the Restless, that is going to say a whole hell of a lot.
It's going to say
about
everything.
Those shows. And real quick, before we wrap up, we did. There's going to be some changes. Well, know that much. There's going to be some changes, especially Days of Our Lives, because Days is going to probably be like, wait a minute, how did Beyond Salem, a 5-day episode event, beat out 362, 65 episodes?
267 days. That's what it is. Yeah.
Because think about it. Next year, Days celebrates 60 years. Next year, Young and Restless is 50. Days of Our Lives will be 58, 56, 58. And Bold will be 36.
And General Hospital is going to be 60.
Right. And speaking of General Hospital, not only was it Rebecca Herbert's birthday today, but they also taped their 50,000th episode, which now is tied with Light a little bit. Y'all remember that. They did have a celebration. The episode will air in June. And guess who it's going to be featuring?
Go ahead, girl.
Rebecca Herb.
The one, the only, the Emmy Award winner, the daytime Icola, Jeannie Francis.
Okay, well, I'm going to throw this out. It's Jeannie Francis, Rebecca Hurst, and Jonathan Jackson. Mark my words. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, well, if you look at the cast photo, there's some other people there, too. I'm looking at the cake. That cake is good. Ooh. Yum. Oh, yes. But you do know this is making me excited. I am happy. Thank you, General Hospital. Y'all heard my prayers.
Yep. And Richard Gene Anderson, if you're out there listening,
a minute and a half.
I'm right there with you. I'm not going to say anything more than I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel
Grant Alexander, I will hook you up. I know some people. Get your butt over there. Just for a little bit. I'm just saying. All right, you guys. We will be back in 2 weeks to talk everything Emmys and to find out what's going on with your favorites in Salem, GC, LA, and Port Charles. Until then, you guys be safe, be careful, and
Candice,
check out.
Remind those folks when does Forever and a Day
Monday? Forever and a Day comes back for the second part of the third season. You will not. You need to watch. You need to listen. You need to tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your spouses. It's about to go down. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks on Take 2.
Bye, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Get connected with Take Two Radio on Facebook or Twitter at Take Two Radio. For email updates on future shows, follow at Blog Talk Radio. For previous episodes, upcoming guests, and more, visit Take2Radio.com.